let's get into this and show you the numbers here. I referenced these in the T's. On the left is where FPI ranks the offenses, and they have Tennessee as the 12th best offense in the country. On defense, they have Tennessee as the 8th best defense in the country. So, I'll start with Bob. Too high, too low? You feel good about where they're
right.
or just right. On the offense.
On the offense,
12th.
I'm going to say they're too high.
Okay.
Because I just think you've got too many unknowns out there to be able to say, yeah, that offense. And the last 2 years, despite the fact you had really good production last year from Dylan Sampson, who kind of carried you, the offense hasn't looked like the, quote, Heupel offense. So for right now, I would say that is too high.
Would it surprise you if I told you that last year's Tennessee offense, we all saw it, would it surprise you if I told you that last year's Tennessee offense ranked 12th in scoring, 15th in yardage? So we're saying 12th. That's basically where they were last year.
You had Dylan Sampson having a all-time season.
I'm surprised they were that. I'm surprised that when you ranked them, they were that high last year. They didn't.
I didn't think they would.
Yeah, you also you got to remember it's a very easy schedule, right? So that's going to play a part into it. I don't think they're better now, and I saw the +7 on that from last season. I don't think that's the right move. But I think the offense is too high. I think the defense might be a little too high as well. Let's see that you can just reload after losing all of the players that you've lost on the defensive side of the football. You'll at least be very good. Will you be top 10
I'm also
in the nation good?
I'm also concerned about Jermaine McCoy's injury. When does he come back, and is he 100%?
Yes.
Vince, are they too high, too low on offense, defense, or are they just right?
Yeah, they're too high on offense for sure. Some of those numbers, remember how out of this world those numbers were offensively to start the year. So I think those pad some of your numbers towards the totality. I think there's questions across the board. The unknown is Joey Aguilar offensively. And defensively, I think it's closer to being what you expect from this team because they were one of the best in the country for a good part of the year. I still think they can sustain in the front seven. Yeah. And then Jermaine McCoy is the wild card in the back end. How quickly can you get him back?
I agree with
safeties too.
I think if one of those numbers turns out to be closer to right, I think it will be the defensive number, and I also agree that I think McCoy is going to be a big part of that.
Right.
If he comes back and he's what he was last year, okay, your corners are going to be good, your linebackers may be improved, and you've lost depth, but you still got a pretty good defensive line.
Look, you could get there offensively as well if Tempo's back and Joey Aguilar fits. I just don't know that Tempo's going to be back, and Joey Aguilar defenses may have caught up with Tempo. So, but right now, I think it's possible that you could still have a top 12 defense in college football. You brought Josh Heupel into Tennessee to have a top 12 defense in college offense. In college football.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you do have ETSU on your schedule.
Well, I mean,
you can
you
run up them numbers,
but they ran up those numbers early. I have a feeling they'll do the same this year. It's the benefit of having East Tennessee State and the Kent States of the world on your schedule every year.